Hey, first let me say I don't know if you can see it, but my Detroit shirt. Happy 313 day today because it is Friday the 13th, March 13th, 2026. And this is Carolyn with Twisted Conversations. So today I want to talk about birthday blues. Now I've been doing a countdown to my birthday, and my birthday is March 18th. So if today is the 13th, my birthday is 5 days away. I am notorious for at the beginning of the month, I'm going to shoot you a text. I'm going to send you something to remind you, to let you know, if you don't know, that my birthday is coming. Birthdays are like holidays to me, and it is my personal holiday, and I think I should be celebrated as such. But with that said, every year since I can remember, I get excited thinking about the birthday. But the closer the birthday comes, I get sad. So what is that? Why why would I get sad at something that I am so looking forward to? Is that called the birthday blues? Does anyone else go through that? Um like I'm not anxious about anything. Um but am I reflecting on my life? Am I thinking about, is this where I should be at this particular age? So this year I will be 54, and I do realize I have more years behind me than I have ahead of me. So am I thinking, what did I do? What have I done in those 54 years? Um then, am I worried about is if my day isn't special enough? I had to sit and have a conversation with myself, because I do think that birthdays are holidays, and I do my best to try and I've always tried to make my children's birthday feel like it's a holiday. Um, but what if my holiday isn't special enough? What if people forget? Is that why I send out the countdown? Because I don't want people to forget? Um, I don't think that that's why. But do I think about accomplishments? Or do I think about relationships? And in my case, I am still currently laid off. So am I reflecting on, I'm 54, I'm at the fifth layoff in 13 years, and I'm just not um financially, mentally in a place that I would like to have been at 54. Um those are things that really um that I had to that I had to think about, you know, but then I had to do a different spin on it, right? As I had to sit there and talk with myself, but I had to think about, um where am I in my life? Um at 54 years of age, I've been divorced 29 years. Um I am currently not married, um or even soon to be married. Um I am no one's girlfriend. Trying to find all nice ways to say it. That doesn't define me though. So is it that I've gotten so caught up in thinking that at 54 I should be married? or I should be in a committed relationship. Um, because that's what we think. That's what we think when you get older, right? Um, that there are certain things that you imagine that you would be doing at this age. But again, I'm not unhappy, right? Because if you know me, you know that when I am working, I will go out of town and I will go out of town by myself. I'm looking forward to going to Mall of America in December. Um, that's my by myself trip. Um, but I was able to hear what I'm saying. 29 years being divorced, I have done so much on my own, right? And it's not to knock. I never dog men. I love men way too much to dog men or put all men in a certain category. So I'm not going to say I don't need a man. I think that we all need someone. We all need a companion. The however part to that is, in these past 29 years, I have one, two, three. This is the third house that I've purchased on my own. Um, I did lose a house to foreclosure. Um, and there are probably other people looking at this that have as well. But I started my own business. I started Twisted Cakes. Twisted Cakes has been around for over 10 years. Um, I've turned around, and this year, since being laid off, I've started my CO Craig Clark, which does notary services, um, and not just notary services. Um, I do process serving, um, and I won't even get into everything else that I do with that, but that's something else that I've done. So I can say that I have not failed on being single for 29 years. But as a birthday rolls around, again, are these certain things that you look at 1 year older, you know, where should you be? Um, then I sit there and I had to think about what would make me happy on a birthday. What is my ideal birthday? And um, it's really going to dinner, having cake and ice cream, and being with people who are happy to celebrate me. It doesn't always have to be some big, grandiose celebration like I did for my 50th. Um, I can say that um, it doesn't have to be a big group of people, it can be a very small number. Um, so I love my family. I am the youngest of five. In a perfect world, a perfect birthday would be to have dinner with my siblings and my father at a restaurant, and my siblings would bring their spouses, and maybe the next day or the same day, I would have friends over for cake and ice cream, and we just sit around and laugh and talk shit. That is that is perfect. I would be lying if I didn't say, if there was a special someone, just going to dinner with them and my children. My daughter lives in California, so that's a little harder for her to be home. But my son does live nearby. But that would be a perfect, if something could be perfect, that would be very close to it. Um, so I'm telling you all these things that would make a birthday perfect for me because, again, I don't know if there's anyone else out there that's like me, meaning again, that you get excited with the anticipation of a birthday coming, but then as it gets closer, you get sad. And again, you need to question, why are you sad about your birthday? Are you sad because of the age that you're turning? But there's so many of us that didn't make it to our age. There are a lot of us that didn't make it to this age. So we need to be thankful for that, right? Um, are we sad because we're not where we think we should be? But every day we wake up, we get to choose. We get to choose if we are going to strive for that goal, or life happens. So maybe that one goal you had set for yourself is no longer obtainable, but then set another goal. So I guess that's the good thing about waking up every day and choosing you and choosing to do something else. Um, if you have one good friend, doesn't have to be a lot, but if you have one good friend, let them know how you feel. Let them know what your concerns are for a birthday and what you envision. And find out if they're available to celebrate with you on your birthday. And if they aren't available that day, see what day works for them. And plan a dinner date. But if you are somewhat like me, and I do, I'm sorry, maybe it's the kid in me, but I do want to celebrate or do something on that day. It is okay to do something maybe different and see how you like it and plan something for the weekend. But plan something. Have a plan. It is not childish to want to celebrate a birthday. Don't let anyone tell you that wanting to celebrate your birthday, which is in turn celebrating you, is childish. So celebrate you. Look up the best restaurants. If you can't afford the best restaurants, look up the semi best restaurants. But write down what it is that would make you happy and celebrating you, and do that. So this year, in talking to myself, and again, since I've been laid off, right, and I've been driving a lot lately, um, I've had a lot of time. I've had a lot of time to think about what I want, imagine what I want, and attempt to make it happen, right? So this year, on Wednesday, March 18th, I will be celebrating at Bosco's from 7 to 11. Anyone who can come can come. Saturday, I will be going to dinner. I haven't figured out where I want to go yet, but I've kind of narrowed it down. I want to try somewhere new, and it might be Prime 29. And Sunday, I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do a brunch at Grand Tavern, and then maybe have cake and ice cream later at my house. Now, some of you are probably saying that's a lot, but it's a lot for who? Who is it a lot for? Don't I deserve it? Am I worth it? I think so. Has it been a rough last 5, 6 months? So whatever it is that you do when your birthday comes up, make sure to write a list. Write a list of what's important to you. Write a list of what is obtainable for you to do. In my case, I could tell my siblings that I would really like to go to a nice dinner with them and my dad. But I know they really don't like to go out. So it wouldn't be fair for me to put them in that position. But I could tell them. So when you write your list, write down things that you know you can make happen. Not that it's dependent on anyone else. Plan things that you can make happen. So what I am going to do, I'm going to write my list. And again, on my actual birthday, I'm going to Bosco's. On the Saturday after my birthday, I'm going to dinner. The Sunday morning after my birthday, I may be going to brunch and have an ice cream cake. And now I can be excited for that. And 54 is not old. The years are going to continue to come, God willing. And one day, the celebration may change. There will be people who will no longer be with us, and there may be people who may be added. So I am going to do a better job of trying not to be disappointed and just being excited that I am still here to celebrate a birthday. But I will make sure that I do things that make me happy leading up to that day, and afterwards. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. So for all of you that are saying, I don't have the money, I don't have the funds, it doesn't have to cost a lot. Your birthday is the same date every year. So let's start there. My birthday will always be March 18th. If your birthday is April 5th, your birthday will always be April 5th. So if that means you know you want a facial for your birthday and that facial is, I don't know, $100. You know that you need to put aside in the envelope every month a certain amount of money so that you can get that facial on your birthday. Again, make sure you treat yourself to something that you enjoy. And again, I know my birthday is always on March 18th. There is no reason that I can't treat myself to a pedicure, to a facial, to a nice dinner, because every month I saved up for it. So don't disappoint you. Always show up for yourself. You can't expect other people to show up for you if you don't show up for you. So, with that being said, I look forward to sharing what I did my birthday week. Yep, it starts Sunday. I'm going to see if every day I can do something a little different. And again, it doesn't have to cost a lot, but I'm going to see if I can do something every day to celebrate me. And I already know Sunday I'm going to the barber. So that's my first gift, my first part of my excitement of my birthday. So I hope you guys are enjoying your 313 What Up Doll day. I hope that you have the weekend that you deserve. I am going to have the weekend that I deserve. And until next time, cheerio.